Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's kind of poor on you, is it? Darren.
Yeah. He wasn't lying.
No, he wasn't.
Which camera?
Well, the 69th season of Europe's elite club competition and the 32nd since it was renamed the UEFA Champions League has its conclusion in a matter of hours at the famous Wembley Stadium in London, England. It's a record 8th time that Wembley will be hosting the Champions League final, and it will be a David versus Goliath matchup. David, Borussia Dortmund, hoping to right the wrong of the 2013 finale when they lost to Bayern Munich in that all-German showpiece at the same Wembley. And Goliath, Real Madrid, they are setting their sights on Champions League title number 15. It is expected to be a really riveting encounter. Well, it's a star-studded team of analysts for the final today. Welcome to our coverage on the Home of Champions. My name is Donald Oliver. In studio, Leger Williams, one of our young analysts here on the Home of Champions, who will be in the hot seat in short order as he supplies us with his top 10 goals of the season. You don't want to miss that one, no? Eric Rademacher is also here. He's head of the Kingston Football Academy. And online is Juan Arango, our chief South American football correspondent, and Brent Sancho, Trinidad and Tobago football legend who went to the World Cup with the Soca Warriors in 2006, and he is renowned for his predictions and getting quite a few of them on the wrong side of history. Well, I tell you what, we're looking forward to this one. I haven't eaten for morning. That's because I'm really looking ahead to this final. I'm not sure if this is going to be a twist in the tail a little bit later on for me personally, but I'm sure the guys are looking forward to this final as well. I just want first comments from them, starting with you, Eric. This is a matchup that not a lot of people would have predicted at the start of the season, obviously. Maybe Real Madrid being back in it. But Borussia Dortmund, they've been on quite a run. And as I said before, it really is a David versus Goliath matchup, isn't it?
Yeah, I think, you know, if the German opponents, Bayern Munich would be there, it would be more of two big names. But I think Dortmund deserves all the credit in the Champions League this year to be where they are today. And I think it's going to be a very interesting battle and enough things for us to talk about to see how the different approaches are, and looking forward to how they adjust when it doesn't go like that. Because I'm sure 20 minutes into the match, they're going to realize certain things are working or not working and how they adjust to that one. So looking forward to today.
Leger, today could be really intriguing.
Yeah, I think it will be. I think this game will be much closer than many anticipate. The last 4 Champions League finals have finished in 1-0 games, whether it be a big team versus a small team or 2 really big teams. And I think if you're in the Champions League final, you're in there for a reason. So it's never going to feel like too big of an occasion for them in terms of Borussia Dortmund. And for Real Madrid, it's business as usual, really. They'll be looking to really solidify themselves, lengthening their gap as 8 more Champions League than anyone else in history. So, yeah, it's a big one, and I'm really looking forward to it.
All right, let's just see what these two teams have been up to as far as their road to the final was concerned. And we're really just recapping the semi-final, starting with Borussia Dortmund.
Welcome to the BBB Stadion. Borussia Dortmund now centre stage against Paris Saint-Germain. There's extra intrigue in this one. It's a rematch from this season's group stages. He could be in again here. the final for one of these two teams. Should be quite an atmosphere. And a breakaway for Dortmund to strike at the other end and double their advantage. Amy still going. Great stop by Donnarumma. Oh, what a save! Here, they run to the edge of the goal area where the ball's going. It's a free header for Hummels. They have doubled their lead. Reunited with Bayern Munich, or will they take on the great club of the Champions League of the European Cup, Real Madrid?
Well, Real Madrid had some heavy hitters in front of them as they made their way to the final. They had to see off the defending champions, Man City and Bayern Munich, to actually get here. Let's take a look at what happened in their semi-final legs.
Nicely done. Now it's not a penalty, it is. And Real Madrid have a penalty kick with 9 minutes to go. Here he comes. 2-2. Vinicius Junior from Real Madrid. And it is all square and all to play for after a thrilling first leg of this Champions League semi-final. Great first leg. Top to Madrid next week. It's Bayern 2, Real Madrid 2. It really couldn't be any bigger as Real Madrid take on Bayern Munich. The roof of this great stadium is closed so that not a drop of atmosphere or passion can escape into the night sky. Carvajal into Vinicius Junior off the post. Great save by Neuer to deny Rodrigo. Extraordinary. For Musiala, it's come to Harry Kane. Oh my goodness me. Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo! Oh, so close. Good save, Manuel Neuer. Finding Harry Kane. Davies might be the pass. Kane might be the man to deliver it. Alphonso Davies here for Bayern Munich. With time to look up. Musiala arriving. Sané!
Vinicius Junior, Mendy overlapping and comfortable. Oh, Neuer dropped it and Joselu scores! Incredible! Joselu equalises for Real Madrid. Manuel Neuer's first error of the game is punished. Kim only half away. Nacho of all people. Rudiger! It's all down to the video assistant referee and his assistants. Real Madrid have turned it around. Joselu with 2 goals in the closing moments of the game. The VAR decision has gone Real Madrid's way. And it's long into the Real Madrid penalty area, and Muller is there, and the whistle had long gone for offside. Bayern have put the ball in the net, and that means that there'll have to be a check.
You could hear the whistle go before the ball was put in the net.
That is the final whistle, and Ancelotti has done it again. Joselu's 2 goals steer Real Madrid to their 18th European Cup and Champions League final. Wembley Stadium, under the arch in London, on the 1st of June, it will be Borussia Dortmund against Real Madrid.
Hello guys, very happy to win the Champions League final. Hopefully remember we're not in Wembley. Thanks for the support. Hello Madrid.
I tell you what, you either go there as a Galactico or you become a Galactico. What a story there for Joselu in that semi-final, coming from off the bench and actually providing the goals that was necessary for Real Madrid to enter another UEFA Champions League final. Remarkable stories they have achieved over the years. And I tell you what, we've seen lots of goals in the UEFA Champions League this season. At last count, we were at 373. Now on average, 3 goals have been scored per game this season. Each of them has their own unique story and why they stand out. Our analyst Leger Williams had an awesome responsibility of analyzing each and every one of them, and he chose what he believes are the best 10 goals of the season. Leger, time for you to make your way from one hot seat to another hot platform. And just to also indicate as well that Sportsmax and our affiliates have washed our hands clean of the list you are about to see. But here we go. Leger,
Yeah.
take it away, man.
Yeah, there is no doubt that you wash your hands clean because this is my list and I just have to let it be known, similar to last year, these are my goals. If you want to come for them, come for me. Come for no one else. So let's see the goals, let's see what we're working with, and let's start from here. Goal number 10. As an Arsenal fan, you know I had to do this. This is a very crucial goal in the Arsenal season, in the Champions League season. Unfortunately, it wasn't the result that they needed, but that piece of skill right there from Gabby Jesus, I think, was just a perfect illustration of an assist, one of the best assists this season that we've seen, and Trossard with a lovely finish. It may not be, the most outstanding long-range strike, but when it comes on to the assist, and that's going to be a key part of this list, it's not only the finishes, it's the assist that you have to bear in mind. And I think this exemplifies the first goal. It's exemplified in the first goal, and it's a lovely goal. Let's see it again. It's good defensive work. Initially, Arsenal, of course, winning their duels. That's what they do. Saka, good play. And then Jesus, the substitute, coming on. Where is Matthias de Ligt going? I don't know. But it was an excellent finish by Trossard as well. Not the fanciest goal, but if you're a football expert, you know that you can appreciate this one. Let's move on now to goal number 9. I said that I didn't want too many Arsenal goals in this one, but I had to add one more for good measure. Just one. Just one small one. And goal number 9 is going to be by the one who assisted the 10th goal. It's going to be by Gabriel Jesus. And it was good build-up, as per usual, by Arsenal. Saliba knocking it around, Ben White to Saliba, and then Arsenal were just playing around with this Sevilla team. This was match day 3. when Arsenal weren't fully in their pump, but they still showed their class quite often. Here's David Raya, who playing up, very patient, foot on the ball. They call that pausa. It's a Spanish term. It means the pause. He played it forward. It seemed like he was going to no one in particular, but Arsenal won that second ball. Declan Rice won that second ball. And when it came to Gabriel Jesus, they said Brazilian flair is dead. I beg to differ. What a finish. Rap. Rap. What a finish by Gabi Jesus. It's unfortunate that he couldn't keep up this form for the rest of the season, but he showed his class definitely in that group stage, and what a finish to give Arsenal that win on match day 3. That was a lovely goal, I think. What a finish it was. Let's see it one more time. I need to see this wrap. Donald, you mentioned that you haven't eaten today so far, so I don't want to mention the wrap too much. But we'll have to see the curl on this one from the reverse angle. People may say it could have been saved. I don't think so personally, because this one was an expert finish by the Brazilian. Celebrating, of course, as he does with another Brazilian turned Italian, Jorginho. Let's see, reverse angle. Here's Declan Rice picking up the ball. In good stead. Passes one off. And then if you see a player in this position, what do you expect? Something calm, a cross? No. Wrap. What a goal. What a goal. Jesus Navas in no man's land. Couldn't get close. And neither could Bono in that Sevilla net. Let's move on to goal number 8. We're done with Arsenal now, I promise. Let's move on to goal number 8. This one was a serious goal by one of the finalists, Real Madrid, in their round of 16 clash against RB Leipzig. It was a tough game for them, actually, in this first leg. They weren't really breaking down the team as well as they usually do, but here comes their usual move. Left overload. And they're going to wait, create that space on the right. You see how much space is on the right? David Raum is on that left-hand side for RB Leipzig as a left back, and he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know if he's going to stick out all the way to that right wing. Vinicius Jr. with his typical magic, bursting down that bar line, and RB Leipzig tried to play it out. I hope Borussia Dortmund don't do too much of this, and they're much more intense in what they try to do when they play out. Valverde works across to Carvajal, and when he gets to Brahim Diaz, it looks like there's no trouble. Trouble is afoot, because look at this dribbling move, look at this finish. It's lovely. It's unsavable. And this is definitely one of the best goals in the competition for me. Brahim Diaz has been a very shrewd repurchase for Real Madrid this season, and he showed it time and time again. Key goals this season, and this was extremely key to really take off some of the pressure off Real Madrid in this game, because I said RB Leipzig were playing well, but Real Madrid, they had a plan. And once the ball got to the right, he was being pressured, but pressure means nothing to Brahim Diaz. Excellent dribbling move. 3 players he took on. And that's a little wrap as well. Little wrap. Let's move on to goal number 7. This is a good goal as well. Manchester City, Jack Grealish doing what he does, freezing Carvajal, and it's going to come from someone you don't expect. Josko Guardiola, one of the best centre-backs in the world, now turned one of the best left-backs in the world. What a finish. What a goal. With his weaker right foot. In a Champions League quarter-final, Manchester City buys big players so they can do big things. Unexpected things. And this was unexpected. It was a big thing. You see the faces of the Real Madrid players. They're wondering what just happened. Did Vardiel just score a 25-yard screamer with his weak foot against us? Carvajal can't believe it. The fans can't believe it. Oh, yes, he did. Jack Grealish with the assist. What a player, by the way. Simple assist in this case. The touch wasn't the best, but the finish was absolutely excellent. Just like all the other goals in this list, because I picked the list after all. You should expect nothing but excellence. And let's go on to the last goal for this little portion. And Donald, I think you're going to enjoy this one. People like to say that I hate on Man U. I don't hate on Man U. I just think that they're not a very good team. But they do have quality. Luke Shaw is a little piece of that quality. Lindelof, not so much. But he's going to move the ball on to more quality. And when it gets to the quality that is Bruno Fernandes, you talk about ball striking, that is ball striking. You talk about having a cannon of a right foot, that is having a cannon of a right foot. You talk about being a captain leader, almost legend, that is being a captain leader, almost legend. At Galatasaray, hostile environment, needing a second goal to take pressure off of your team. Bruno Fernandes, he is a fantastic player, and this was a fantastic goal. Let's see it one more time. This finish is not easy. That ball is not moving. You think the ball spins a lot when players like Bruno Fernandes kick it? No. Dead straight. No chance for the Galatasaray keeper. And that was a brilliant finish. And that wraps up 10-6 of my goals. We're going to see some more later. But for now, that is it. Small break going to be taken. And we'll come back. We're going to analyze this final a bit more.
Well, we can tell you that the excitement is building up at Wembley, and I know it's going to be fever pitch at a number of sports bars across the region. Some of you are already tuned in to our coverage here on the Home of Champions, and we welcome you to our coverage, Borussia Dortmund against Real Madrid. Thanks so much for staying with us. I'm Donald Oliver. We looked at 5 of the top 10 goals of the season, and we're going in ascending order. So it's time to look at Leger's top 5 goals. Afterwards, we're going to get full reactions from the team, and I cannot wait to hear those reactions as well as see the top 5 here now. Leger again.
Yeah, we saw the first 5. You don't have to tell me how brilliant it was. I know, I picked them. But let's see the second 5, because obviously, you know, ascending order, it's getting better. So let's see number 5 now. Number 5, this was a big goal. This list was very difficult to pick, by the way. So many good goals this season. And for this goal, I decided to pick, because, you know, in honor of having a Dutchman on our set, I had to put a Dutchman in the list, did I not? And for this one, it's going to be young Xavi Simons. Barcelona product, now at PSG, and he's rapping as well. Top bins, top, all the way to the top bins. Celebration on point as well. Marco Rose, he's looking unfazed, but we know that's a stunner. The crowd knows that's a stunner. And most importantly, I know it's a stunner. Let's see it again. This was a very serious goal. Match day 3 as well, I believe. The reverse angle makes it look even better. Keeper cannot get even close. Red Star Belgrade, they were in for a tough game. And my, what a finish that was. Number 4 now. We're moving on. Same game that we spoke about earlier. You saw that Vardial goal and you're saying, it can't get any better than that in the game, can it? Oh, yes, it can. Vinicius Jr. crossing this one across. Oh! Federico Valverde. We spoke about ball striking, and he's one of the best in the world. What a finish. What a finish. That's so difficult to do that I couldn't even do it personally. That's how difficult it is to do. When the ball came to Vinicius Jr., you know, the defenders were backing off a bit. They didn't know what he was going to do. He was going to put this ball on a plate, but there was so much work to do. So much work. And Valverde did that, all that work, and made it look super easy. Because what a finish. Caught that one perfectly. Ortega rooted. Number 3. It's getting better, folks. We're almost there. This one out of left field. Many of you guys may not have seen this goal, but my word. My word. Bruma from Braga in Germany delivered a thunderbolt. The corner kick routine, spot on. Spot on. What a finish. Union Berlin must be wondering what hit them. It is a thunderbolt from Bruma. That goal was magnificent. Very similar to the Xavi Simons goal, where you look at the difficulty, the placement, the distance. It's just a little bit better. 2 places better, in my opinion. The technique was perfect. It left his boot like a rocket. And it's very deserving of number 3. Let's see number 2. We're almost there. It's Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich, a semi-final, so this goal means even more. It's Alphonso Davies, who came on as a substitute, a left-back playing left wing. He's not going to cut in and do that, is he? Oh, yes, he is. Alphonso Davies, Canadian international, giving Bayern Munich the lead in the Bernabeu. Of course, we know it wasn't enough. But just for a moment, they felt like it would have been. And what a finish it was. Shake your head, yes. You can't believe it, yes. For good reason. Alphonso Davies, I don't think he scored a goal like that in his life. Or at least for Bayern Munich. But what a finish. Harry Kane, of course, with the ball over the top, doing what he does, of course. You know, Rudiger is just trotting over. He's saying, Alphonso Davies, I'm just going to show him inside, because he's not going to cut in and score a goal that good. What a finish. Lunin, who has been exceptional, couldn't even get a part of this. What a finish this was. And now the moment that we've all been waiting for, number 1. Just like I am the number 1, this goal is also number 1. And I spoke about the assisting earlier. I'm an Arsenal fan, as I mentioned, and this pass is what I like to call a Cesc Fabregas special. Pedri over the top to Rafinha. You see that technique right there? You see that technique? If Pedri floats that ball over 10 times, Rafinha can only do that once. And that one time was in the Champions League. What a finish that was, outside of the boot as well. He didn't go for the laces finish like Valverde, because that could have gone anywhere. He added his Brazilian touch to it, his Brazilian flair. And it's not only the pass by Pedri as well, you know. It's the little pause. I hope we catch it properly. I mentioned pausa, didn't I? Pedri is the king of it in world football. Look at this little pause. Oh gosh, man, what a goal. I can't say anything more myself. That little pause gave Rafinha just a millisecond more time to make that run. And it was an inch perfect pass.
Bravo, bravo, Leger. Bravo. I have to hand it to you. And the way you describe those goals, it's so fitting that the goal connoisseur himself, Kimani, which is I, had to join you and commend you on a list that was filled with so many goals, filled with sauce. But Leger, when it comes to goals, why not get a renowned goal critic and scorer of goals to comment? So how did you formulate a list and not consult the goal connoisseur?
Where were you hiding?
I was always here. But you know what, Leger? You're my good friend, and you're so excellent at what you do. But in times like this, you have to bring in the experts. So I have a surprise for you. Your list was really excellent, but there's one big issue, a glaring issue, if I might add. DJ, drop the track. There's one goal you seem to overlook. 20 years out, no Champions League football for Newcastle United. Fabian Schär, absolute belter. Absolute belter. You mentioned storylines. You've mentioned importance. This is Paris Saint-Germain, one of the best keepers in the world, Donnarumma. And Fabian Schär, how dare you, PSG, play out at the back, from the back, at St. James's Park against Eddie Howe's Black and White Army. You're talking about Gvardiol's goal. This is a goal worthy of the top 5. So your list was very excellent. The terms and the sauce, you were oozing sauce. I have to give it to you. But the goal connoisseur says this should have been in your top 4.
Well, even if that goal should have been in the top 4, I know one thing that wasn't in the top 4, and it was Newcastle United, because they'll have to savor that goal because they're not going to be scoring many more in the Champions League. So Kimani, thank you for your input. Next time, don't hide and frighten me. But Donald, it's back to you. What do you think of my goals?
You know, just as a side note, I just have to mention that Kimani O'Sullivan he's called the Goal Connoisseur, and of course he's one of our hosts for schoolboy football in Jamaica. And of course we do cover schoolboy football across the region, Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago in particular, with the SSFL. And you'll hear so much more from Kimani in his various forms, including one of Goal Connoisseur. But yeah, we're going to go over this pretty quickly because we do have a final to look ahead to. Eric, I want to know your thoughts because I was a little bit unnerved with the top goal that was selected. It was a little bit underwhelming for me, but I want to know your thoughts on the matter.
I thought the top three actually was great. I think the Arsenal, you know,
You mean at the very beginning,
yes,
10 and 9,
and I
like
have
tokens,
to,
right?
And I have to agree with Kimani. We put the storyline of a defender, Guardiola, difficult goal, but Cher goal was a better build-up, a better opponent. So I have to go with Kimani on that one as well. I think that one should be sweet. Not sure about top four, but it couldn't make the top 10.
I'm going to bring you the guys
bad.
online with this one, right? Juan Arango, you'd have seen the top 10. What are your thoughts on the overall list, and do you agree with the top goal of the season? Where is Juan? Has he disappeared? He doesn't want any input in this?
Levi Roots is probably holding his head in shame right now just for the term sauce being used so loosely. First of all. Second of all, I was expecting the Sol Campbell goal from the final in 2006, the rate things were going. And number three, Kimani lost me when he said Donnarumma was one of the best goalkeepers in the world. So I kind of lost I was kind of like losing my focus all around.
Yeah. It
Brent, help me out here, man.
Let's see if Brent can help you. Brent, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here. After the Arsenal snob show, cry show, when opposed to, you know, there were some decent goals, but I felt more like it was the top 10 assists and not necessarily the top 10 goals. And one of the more dramatic goals that we've seen this year that wasn't added was the goal by the Lazio goalkeeper in the 94th minute, I believe it was. That in itself summed up everything that is Champions League and that 1-1 tie against Atletico Madrid. But as Liges correctly said, he said it's out of his own backyard these goals came from. This is his mind, this is his joy. So he will enjoy, of course, opposed to being in Arsenal and then the rest 8 being the best assist we've seen in the Champions League so far.
Yeah, so I guess after all of that, it's time to get out of Liger's mind, right? We've seen the top 10 goals that he has selected.
That's a pretty large labyrinth to get out of, too.
There are some really good goals in there, fine, but we're probably going to have to rejig it and actually put our name on it and say the Sportsmax Champions League goals of the season, and maybe a couple of those Arsenal goals will not make the top 10. Anyway, Heineken is having a watch party at Janga's Sound Bar and Grill in St. Andrew, Jamaica. Our own Mariah Ramarak is there. We miss her with the facts in studio, but we go to her now to get a feel of what's happening there. Mariah, take it away.
All right, viewers, so today I'm not doing my regular matchday facts. Instead, I'm here at Janga's Sound Bar in Kingston, Jamaica, and I'm with John and, of course, Amanda, and they're having a really good time with me here at the Heineken Watch Party. So talk to me, John, about today's matchup. We have Real Madrid up against Borussia Dortmund. Who are you supporting?
I'm actually a Manchester United fan, so I'm a neutral today. But I'm hoping that Dortmund wins because, you know, it's always better when the underdog wins. It makes a better story, you know. Yeah,
of course. But, you know, today everybody has felt as if Real Madrid is going to walk away with this one. Do you think Real Madrid is going to walk away with this one?
I do. They've won so many times before. This will actually be their 15th time. So, yeah.
Amanda clearly knows what she's talking about. But, John, let's get into the nitty-gritty of today's matches. Do you like Jude Bellingham and do you like Vinicius Jr.? I know you said, you know, it's always cool to root for the underdogs, but Borussia Dortmund, do you think they really have what it takes to walk away with that win?
I definitely think they have what it takes, especially with players like Jadon Sancho. You know, you never know what can happen. And I am a Jude Bellingham fan as well, as you see I'm in my England jersey. So, but I really don't care who wins. I hope Dortmund wins, but, you know, I'm just here for a good time. You know?
And the Heineken Watch Party is exactly where you need to be. Will I catch you later on with a cool Heineken enjoying yourself?
You definitely will.
Yes.
2 or 3 actually.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to be joined now by one of the owners of Janga, of course, he is Jordan. Jordan, welcome. First of all, we want to thank you so much for accommodating us here at Janga's. It's a vibe at this watch party, Heineken watch party. Talk to me about what are some of the things our viewers will be in store for.
We're just here. Well, hopefully we're in for a good match. I mean, there are two great teams that are slated to play today. We just wanted to add to that energy with complimentary drinks from Heineken, bucket deals, food specials. We have DJ Paul ready to just liven up the crowd in the meantime while they're waiting an interim, and then there's a little after party afterwards, and just have a fantastic day.
And you know, I love good food. One of the things I love about Janga's is the soup. I have to say, I always stop by here sometimes when I'm finished with this Sports Max Zone just to get a soup. What are some of the things we can look forward to on the menu?
Oh wow, we have everything today, from burgers to wings, jerk chicken, pastas, shrimp, whole fish. I don't know, we have an extensive menu, right? So there's something here for everybody to enjoy today.
All right, Jordan. Well, thank you so much. I look forward to chatting with all of the viewers that will be here.
Yeah.
I look forward for all of the fun. And, of course, our viewers around the Caribbean will know that we're here at Janga's having a good time.
Correct. Janga's. Everybody view, come down when you're here in Jamaica. Everybody in Jamaica just come here today to watch this match. It's going to be a good day.
All right, let me head back to enjoying the Heineken watch party. Donald and team, good luck in studio.
Yeah, I'm not envious at all. No, especially with the soup that I really need. Thanks, Maria. We're going to join you at the end of the game. So in between time, can you just send somebody with a cup of soup? 3 cups of soup for us in studio. I'm a host, so I will cater for you guys. So I get that. As well as 3 Heineken, which we'll use as just posters. I won't be drinking because I'm still on the job. We'll take a break. Back with more after this. Stay with us. All eyes on Wembley. We're looking forward to this one. It's a big one. It's a huge one. It's a Champions League final. Borussia Dortmund up against Real Madrid. And we're live from our studios in Kingston, Jamaica, as we prepare for kickoff at the top of the hour. Of course, there's a live show that's going to be taking place at Wembley at 1:15. We're going to be joining Lenny Kravitz and company at that time. So, yeah, looking ahead to that one. But let's go into the meat of the matter now as far as Borussia Dortmund is concerned. They are huge underdogs. We've said that before. But that was the same for the quarterfinals and semis as well. And they conquered all comers. So let's hear from their manager, Edin Terzic, as he looks ahead to this finale. Well, we don't have that bite lined up, but he was basically looking ahead to this final, embracing the label of being the underdogs, as he should, Eric, you think?
Yeah, I mean, you can't deny. If you look at the records, 14 times Champions League winner. I think the last 9 Champions League finals they have won. And the last time Dortmund was in the final was more than 10 years ago. So we're going to look at a fact that we see. But, in football, as I think we saw last week with the final between Man United and Manchester City, it is definitely not a given that the favourite wins. And especially when there's so much on stake, you go and get performances from players from teams that they rise above themselves, and some will not manage the pressure. So the result is always still to be earned in the 90 minutes.
Nicholas Fulkrug says that Coach Edin Terzic deserves all the credit, but the question is, they've gotten this far, Leger. How much credit do you think that the coach deserves?
I'm big on coaches, so I'm going to be inclined to say that he deserves a majority of the credit, as his key striker said, but I've said it before, I'm not too high on Terzic as a coach because I don't think that he is progressive enough as a manager. That we've seen the managers that Dortmund have had in the past, but then again, how many of them have had this sort of success with them going to a Champions League final? One thing that he is very good at is game planning, and we've seen it before in the past when he won the German Cup with Dortmund when he was just interim coach in 2021, and then now we're seeing it in the Champions League. He's very good at game planning, not only in an offensive sense, but how he has been setting up his defenses, because as you mentioned previously, he's been underdogs in the semi-finals, quarter-finals. No one expected this Dortmund team to be here, but he has set up his team in a way where they have made it difficult for all of their opposition, and not only that, they have been an offensive threat throughout every single round. So I think that they have ridden their luck a bit, but they definitely deserve to be here, and I think Terzic has to take a lot of credit for that.
One, we've seen this coach fail at the final hurdle, right? Because they were in contention for the Bundesliga title last season. They needed to get, was it maximum points against Mainz in the final game of the season? I think they ended up drawing, and they lost out. They lost out on goal difference to Bayern Munich, losing out the league there. So history as far as them crossing that final hurdle hasn't really been on the side of Borussia Dortmund and this coach in particular. What are your thoughts on the matter, Juan?
Well, when it's come to Champions League, you can say the same thing about Jurgen Klopp when he was coaching. And remember the stigma that he had until he was able to exercise that demon in 2019. So all that being said, yeah, but this year has been a year of healing, I guess. And this has been the perfect antidote to heal somewhat those wounds. To see a team that's been kind of like the, I don't know, the anti-Dortmund, if you will, but a team that's more solid defensively, a team that's been able to really find some semblance of balance. I think that you know, they've been able to do it well. And not only that, they found the right form at the right time of the season, because they've been a team that have been able to really turn things around. Remember, November, December, and even January when they were struggling, part of the reason why they got relegated so much in the Bundesliga race was that form, was that lack of consistency, that erratic form that we had, that we were talking about in previous rounds leading up to the final. So there's been some rectifying that's been done. So there's a lot of credit that's to be given on several fronts to Edin Terzic, but also he has done a lot in order to kind of give some minimization of what the season has been so far as well.
But Brent, do you think that this Dortmund team should actually take the fight to Real Madrid?
I think that's a million-dollar question, isn't it, really? And then when you start looking at the tactical approach that they may deploy for this game, whether or not Sabitzer is going to play higher up the park, or is he going to play a double pivot with Emre Can? How are they now, of course, Dortmund going to defend against the dangerous counter-attack that Real Madrid has? And we all know that Real Madrid are quite capable of suffering for long periods in the game without the football, and all of a sudden one of their match winners pop up with something magnificent. So I think there's a lot of tactical question that needs to be answered. But I still think it comes down to the fact that the quality that Real Madrid possess throughout the attacking lineup is just way too much of a high level. Of course, Dortmund has done tremendously well to get to where they are right now. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to quality. And I just feel that quality that is needed to win a final of this magnitude, of course, may just be lacking in the Dortmund locker room. And I think that might be the decisive factor for today's final. Yeah,
you just saw the Real Madrid players making their way out to the middle as they continue their warm-ups ahead of the big finale. We take a break now. When we return, we'll take a look at that Real Madrid squad and what they're looking forward to ahead of the kickoff in a few minutes' time. Stay with us, please.